Hello, Johannes here. Today we will go into my gold journey since release of WoW Classic Season of Mastery. I will also teach you a trick you can do every week to make between 100 to 300 gold, so make sure to watch till the end. Let's dive into the video. It started with me leveling a mage to the Rested XP add-on, which helped a lot. I got to 30 and started spell cleaving in Scarlet Monastery up to 43. This got me a lot of gold from mobs, greens, blues, you name it. I then leveled from 43 to 46 spell cleaving Silver Rock with a group. Then the gold in Season of Mastery kind of stopped from 46 as I leveled from 54 to 55 with Zul'Gurub solo farming. Then started BRD Spellcleave in Blackrock Depths. That gold was great. Ton of Runecloth, loads of Librams, and even got an Edgemaster there, which I sold for 800 gold and 8 arcane crystals. Awesome gold from the mobs itself, and the vendor gold of some greens/blues were great there. I got to 60 fast and started getting pre-bis. In dungeons you can make some steady gold, the real big thing is enchanting. Was leveling my warrior at the same time on another account, so later when my mage got 300 enchanting, I could start doing that while farming pre-bis on the warrior. I leveled enchanting to 300 and bought Crusader enchant for 125 gold from the Edgemaster gold. This was quite expensive, but I thought it would be worth it and I would make my gold back fast. Turned out it did, as not many had it at 300 at the start. I then started hosting the first Molten Core Pug in Season of Mastery on Dreadnought. The thing was, in Sofa Surf runs I usually have a few gold bit items in the runs. This gold goes to the host for the effort of recruiting, doing assignments, basically a lot of the work. That gold can then be used for repair boards if needed, or for example back in the day I bought a ton of onyxia resets, flask for tanks, venom sacks for visitors and so on. Gold was scarce, and I remember in Classic Fresh last time that set BOEs were really expensive. So I concluded to make a bit of gold on the raid. I had to hard reserve all the BOE set items. I was preparing a lot for the raid and putting in the hours as I wanted it to be a success. That first Season of Mastery Molten Core raid we got Cenarian Bracers, Tier 1 Druid, and Tier 1 Warrior Bracers. We cleared 5 out of 10 and had a blast. I sold the Druid Bracers for 200 gold on Auction House and the Warrior Bracers for 175. Tier 1 Warrior was not too popular. This got me some gold to play with and also some fiery and lava cores to sell, as I knew from before these would drop very hard in the market. Then it was time to host the first onyxia bug on the server as well. I put BOEs on hard reserve and put Head of Onyxia on gold pit. We killed it after 3 pulls and the 5th in the world in Season of Mastery Classic. Poke, poke, poke. Players reserved their whole night and it was not even needed. She was down in 1 hour. Head of Onyxia went for 350 gold and we were celebrating. The next Molten Core raid, we went even better. We got 8 out of 10 and made a sign up for Tuesday to do the last 2 bosses. Hunter Tier 1 belt and bracers dropped and another Tier 1 Druid Bracer. Sold the Druid Bracer for 150, the Tier 1 belt for 750 and the Bracer for 500 gold. Then Tuesday was upon us. Major Domo was an easy one-shot, even with the new changes in Season of Mastery. We did not lose a single person. The first Eye of Divinity dropped and we had a guildie won it. Big grats to Yeats. We had gotten Ragnarals to 8% and he vanished. You just have 1 hour to kill him. Learned a lot from the pulls and we managed to get him the next Sunday. It is basically survive 1 ad phase and then burst him. Just a DPS check, so make sure you come prepared. We had to re-clear trash on the way to Major Domo, so another Tier 1 Hunter belt dropped and a Warrior one. Sold the Hunter belt for 600 and the Tier 1 Warrior belt for 175. Loads went to me for enchants for the Molten Core raids for the pre-raid biz. Was totally worth it, leveling enchanting fast in Season of Mastery, helping my raiders out and making gold. While this is all going on, I'm also making water, food, portals and enchanting a ton of people daily in Ironforge and Stormwind City. When I would teleport myself to Ironforge or Stormwind, players would tip even extra. Later that week in a dungeon I got really lucky. Crawl Blade dropped and I rolled 100 on it. Sold it for 350 gold and this got me to invest more and more. If you're wondering where to invest your gold in Season of Mastery, I have some videos about that on my channel and I will show you at the end of the video what I have. I also have a free guide in the description of this video if you want to know how to find the best guild for you. Next up was second Onyxia. And here I will teach you a simple trick you can do and what a lot of people did in my pugs back in Classic. When you win an item in a soft reserve pug, you can actually trade it still. Some would sell their winnings if they got a good offer. This is of course a bit scummy, but not really something you can police well in pug raids. And those trades are usually not talked about. And after they happen, they can't be reversed if equipped. Soft reserving something that you already have is not allowed and can be found out instantly though in Classic WoW. This got me the idea of making a few items gold bid back then in Classic. Anyways, back to the gold tip in Season of Mastery. At this onyxia I soft served a bag and found out I could trade it. We one-shotted onyxia and I won the bag rolling against one other person. I PM'd my friend SSL and asked him, hey, I just found out we can trade onyxia bags now. I don't remember this being possible in Classic WoW. Since I did not care too much about the bag space, I told him he could buy it for me for 100 gold. So if you ever go to onyxia pugs, maybe soft serve the bag. You can sell it afterwards to a highest bidder. Many used to do this in Classic, just go to onyxia for bags. Well, now you can for gold as well. The head of onyxia went for 500 gold, and here I could play around with gold again. Meanwhile, I was farming reputation with Timbermaw Hold, and got a hold of both enchant patterns. I charged people around 10 gold each for these enchants, and gold started flying in together with 5 gold Crusader enchants in Season of Mastery Classic. I would alt tab back and forth while leveling and gearing my warrior up, making a ton of water, food also beforehand to have it ready. If you want to get into gold with enchanting, I have a guide on it here, just go to the gold timestamp of the video. It got me so much gold already. All in all, I got very lucky in Season of Mastery Classic. From 4 epics I saw, I won 3 of them. The third being stock 8 pauldrons, and I sold them for 50 gold. As many of you know, I love making gold in games and it is a passion of mine. I will now show you what I have invested the gold in, as I of course don't have 8k gold just in my bag. You want to double, triple or quadruple your gold right now. And being more spread on multiple items is the safest way and why I'm not buying epic mount yet in Season of Mastery WoW. Here is my TSM add-on showing you my net worth of gold since roughly the 3rd week of Season of Mastery. As you can see, I'm heavily invested in almost all of them. I plan to buy even more if they drop lower, or I have a ton of gold to invest in Season of Mastery. So right now I have the following: 130 Black Lotus, 130 Blue Sapphire, over a K of Elemental Fire, just in case. Arcane Crystals 43, 138 Larval Asset, 1300 plus Elemental Earth, 20 Golden Pearl, 185 Winterfall Firewater, 36 Essence of Air, I want to increase this position, some flasks of course for raiding, some Thorium Shield Spike patterns, I need one for myself and I think they're gonna go up, some Mountain Silver Sage, just for some potions, some Stone Shield Pots, Living Essence, of course. There's also an item in this picture that may be a surprise, but I'll introduce it into a video soon. Also a spicy new gold investment, Arcane Crystal. Haven't talked about this one before, but it got crazy cheap. At my server it was going for like 13 gold. The reason is Lionheart Helm, and I also have heard Horde crafters are now moving them to Alliance side. This should increase the price a little bit already, and when we finally get an Alliance Lionheart pattern, they will probably go up even more. I've bought a Quell Sorar book as well for 140 gold, and I think this is a steal at the moment on Alliance in Season of Mastery. We have to see how many people keep farming it, but more and more are getting to 60 and killing onyxia daily. This means if supply remains low, these will go up hard gold wise, and which warrior does not want to have a Quell Sorar weapon in Season of Mastery? All in all, I'm having a blast in Season of Mastery. If you're still thinking you're way too late to start, don't worry about it. Start leveling now, dwarf priests and warlocks are very much in demand. See you in Season of Mastery. How much gold are you rocking right now? Are you saving it for your epic mount? What items do you have stacks at the moment of in Season of Mastery? Leave it in the comments. Pump the Johannes like and subscribe stalk. Thanks for watching, have a good one.